warrior's mindset is about conditioning the mind, body, and spirit. It takes practice, commitment, vision, goal setting, determination, sharp focus, respect, and discipline. Once you learn it, you can apply it to all aspects of your life. The warrior's mindset prepares you for the largest competition ever, the competition against self.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Warrior's Mindset, where it's about mind, body, and spirit. You know, I'm consistent with that because that's what makes a complete martial artist. That's what makes us a complete person. But once again, this starts from the inside out, not from the outside in. And I'm just honored to be blessed to be able to be here with you through this podcast. And I thank all the people that are behind the scenes allowing us to deliver this truth, this message to uplift and empower another person's out there that might be struggling, or you might are having a certain level of success and feeling stuck. We're here to do whatever we can do to feed you the knowledge and the truth that's necessary to continue to be blessed and manifest those blessings. I want to open with a prayer, which is our regular. So we got the serenity prayer. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Once again, man, this show, we got so many great people that have been coming on this show, man. I don't know, man. I just got to pinch myself and say, man, how did I get so blessed? God is great, man. I mean, I never thought that I would be able to come in contact with so many people that share their truth, their successes, and all those things. Today, we have another great guest. I just keep saying that over and over, man. We have Geo. I mean, competing, and Mr. Geo, just seeing him grow as a young man. He on the East Coast, man. DMV, where we had some of the greatest martial artists, you know, that took Hollywood by storm, just to see him as a young man. I mean, this man could fly, man. I mean, he would be flying, man, and flipping and tricking Arnold and everybody. The tournaments was massive when you seen this sort of talent pool out there. Geo, talk to me, brother. How are you?
Hey. Thanks for having me. Excited to be on here. I'm great. Great, yeah.
Once again, I'm honored, brother. I mean, just to see you grow up, to see your success. I got a video from Karate Up Kick Diabetes when we did one of the shows one time. And you go to my YouTube channel, I got it up there, brother. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm just honored for just to see all the things that you guys are doing. So I'm telling these stories, which are incredible, fantastic stories, and your humility, your humbleness, your kindness. Since I've been around to see you, give the audience a brief introduction on how you got into the business of martial arts that led to, you know, being one of the most sought after stunt people out there in Hollywood.
Yeah, so when I was 7 years old, I saw a Bruce Lee movie. Probably a lot of people say that, and Ninja Turtles. And I wanted, and I told my dad, I said, Dad, I want to be like Bruce Lee. I want to be like a Ninja Turtle. I want to do martial arts. And I was always running around, kicking stuff in the house, jumping off the couches, doing fly kicks, you know. So I had all this energy. So he's like, okay, we'll put you in martial arts. And yeah, man, since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be in movies, like I said, because I saw Bruce Lee and Ninja Turtles. That's kind of what inspired me. When I was 22 years old, you know, Arnold Chan, he actually got on the TV show Mortal Kombat first, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna move to LA and do this movie thing. You say you always wanted to be in movies. Why don't you move with me?" I always wanted to do it, but I would never have done it on my own. But now, since I had somebody to do it with me, that kind of felt, you know, a little more, you know, confident with going down there. And plus, Arnold had already been doing that at that time, like maybe like 2 years. And so he knew a little bit more about the business. So he would like teach me about it. So I felt more confident, you know, when I first moved to LA. So, like a lot of people, man, the first like 3 years, I struggled, you know, doing extra work, background work, a lot of free projects, just trying to show my skills to people and hoping, you know, to get known and be put out there. And then I was training at a gymnastics place down in LA, and someone said, "Hey, they're looking for little guys that could do martial arts and gymnastics for this movie. You should audition." I went down. It was like 100 little guys that could do martial arts and gymnastics or whatever. So, and we all kind of look alike, you know, a little bit. So, only like, I'm not kidding, I don't know, 100, over 100 people. They only picked five, you know, and that was the movie The Rundown with The Rock. And we ended up, I ended up booking that, and that was my big first role. And after that, it was just kind of like a snowball effect, you know. And I've been blessed 25 years now to been doing this business, and knock on wood, never a lot of bumps and bruises, but nothing serious, you know. So, yep.
The two things that you brought, one thing that's awesome, you had to develop that warrior's mindset somewhere. And how did that martial arts training help you to instill? Because that's what you was in competition, brother. You was a little warrior. You know what I'm saying? What did martial arts do to help define that? Because I'm pretty sure your parents exhibited that sort of mentality even through your upbringing. But how did martial arts enhance that for you?
Totally agree 100%. Everything in my life that I've ever done, it would not have been, you know, because like you said, the warrior mindset, because of martial arts, you know. Me being a small guy, you know, I've always been the smallest in every sport. You know, I played football, wrestling, you know, martial arts, and I don't know, man, it gave me that confidence, you know, taught me focus, discipline, all these things that I was able to use in everything in my life, you know. And then going into stunts, being a martial artist, and gymnast, I'd never done the car hits, the fire burns, the stair falls, all these craziness. But I felt that having the warrior mindset from martial arts gave me that confidence, you know, of that I can do whatever I put my mind to.
And being so young starting, I know there was moments where you wanted to quit. You know, you would probably want to give up because you're a black belt. You know what I'm saying? You ain't a fake belt. You're a black belt. I need to say that again. You ain't a fake belt. You're a black belt. You're a
Yeah.
real black belt. And there was moments and times back then, man, where you didn't want to go to class. What was it like? And what did you do to get through that, Gio?
Um, For me, I always loved it, honestly. But you know, like I said, I started martial arts when I was 8 years old, right? And I always did it. You know, I wanted to get the karate trophies. You know, like I said, I wanted to be like Bruce Lee. When I got into being a teenager, you know, like every teenager, I want to hang out with my friends, go to the mall and check out the girls. You know, things like that. That was actually more the reason. It wasn't like either that I was lazy or that I didn't want to train. I just want to go hang out with my friends. So I started kind of putting it to the side. And then my dad, yeah, talked to me, you know, and he's like, he always talked about, you know, wanting to have a martial arts gym. You want to be a world champion. You want to be in movies. You know, you got to put in the time, you know. And then I remember losing at a tournament. And actually, this is when my dad had a conversation with me. He's like, if you're really serious about this stuff, you got to put in more time and the partying and the hanging out with friends, you know. You could do that later after you accomplish everything that you're trying to do. So that kind of motivated me more, and then to try to get back into it and then keep pushing. But yeah, definitely, you know, like I said earlier, martial arts made me what I am today, and I was able to use it in everything that I do. You know.
You know, it was funny when you said that. I remember reading an article about Michael B. Jordan. He had said how he spent the younger years of his life sacrificing the time to be partying and having fun. So when he got older and successful, he can choose to do it his way. I mean, what would you? Because a lot of kids, they want to do both. You know what I'm saying? You want to party, you want to compete, you want to win. You don't want to practice. You want to complain when you lose at a tournament and it's the judge's fault. Well, what was that like? Because I know for me, I'm I, I messed up and I didn't make that commitment because I didn't have a lot of people around telling me. But when you see it now, do you have any regrets for making that decision to show up to practice, to train, to be prepared for this level of greatness?
No, no regrets at all. You know, I actually talked to there's still a couple of us that, you know, we've known each other since we're kids, you know, Arnold Chan, Kofi Adam, you know, Tony Cavallero. These were guys from I grew up with doing martial arts. And you know, we when it came to training martial arts, we lived it, ate it, pooped it, slept it, you know, the whole nine. You know, we loved it so much that even we talk about it today that even when I go to the gym today and I do an hour, even like lifting weights, and I leave that gym and I don't feel like I'm breathing hard, I feel like I wasted my time, you know? So all the training with my friends, all the pushing and everything, uh, yeah, like I said, it taught me to work hard and if not to slack off, not to do nothing lightly, always give it your all, so that's what it really taught me,
And you understand the business of martial arts. And one of the things we say kids don't quit, parents quit. How important was it for the support that you had with your dad, your parents to just be there, even when to give you the opposite, when you probably said, I want to hang out, I want to party, and your dad hit you. He did the opposite. He didn't support. And I mean, I take it you didn't. Your family ain't quitters. I mean, and talk to me.
Yeah. No, definitely. My dad was a big inspiration. Being an immigrant. I'm from El Salvador. Him coming to America, and to try to give his family a better life. That was one of my motivations to always try hard in everything that I do because I wanted to pay them back. For my parents worked really hard to come into like I said, as immigrants to a new country and work, not even 40 hours a day. There was 70, 80 hours, I'm sorry, a week, you know? And so he definitely inspired me. And then, yeah, there was times, like I said earlier, when I was a teenager and I would start slacking off. Actually, my dad was a little bit more like, hey, that last tournament, you struggled a little bit. I said, Dad, I won. He's like, yeah, barely though. So you need to get your butt in there and work even harder. Do your form, 100 more times, because you barely won that last tournament. So things like that, kind of like push me, but at the same time, his whole thing was, being an immigrant, to this country, that you have to even work a little bit harder, to prove people that you're capable and doing a lot of things,
And
So
what's awesome, even as you say that, and I want to make sure I go to the legacy and recognize your teachers that also contribute. But one of the things you brought up that I see, you said something about you, Arnold, Kofi, and the fellowship that you guys had, how important that was as you accelerated your career, and nobody got big headed. You guys continue to stay, grinded in relationship. Because a lot of times you go to Hollywood, man, you get caught up, get some little success, make a little money, you start getting big headed. You start disrespecting your parents. You start forgetting, claiming that your parents are responsible for all the bad things you did. If you're not careful, they start telling you to change your names, disassociate yourself with certain people, even for you to come back to the East Coast, brother. And I say, Geo, can I do an interview? You're like, sure, when? Tell me the time. Brother, what has allowed you to stay so humble?
Well, yeah, like my upbringings, I didn't grow up, and I don't come from money or nothing like that. Always, my parents lived paycheck to paycheck, struggling to even get us a birthday gift or a Christmas gift, sometimes, I love this stuff, the hard work, the training. I see it more as a job, and not really like, oh yeah, I'm in movies, you should, like a superstar, things like that. Is just a job that I love, and I'm able to still use my martial arts and that I've been doing all my life. And like I said, I wouldn't be here doing this stuff if it wasn't for it. So it's just love and just my upbringings that keeps me just humble.
Yeah, and do you think it allows you? I mean, because that's a crazy world, brother. I mean, with being on WMAC Masters and doing my thing and stuff, man, it's crazy out there, brother. And if you don't, I know when I was on the show, I used to always make sure they balance my schedule around my dojo and raising my son.
Mm.
I forgot. It was like, regardless of what, I was like, nope, gotta raise my son, gotta go to school, gotta do this, gotta be back in the dojo. And we see a lot of people that get taken by, I mean, get taken by a ride, man. They lost everything. They at odds with their family. They out there lost. And you said something that's special. It's a job and your life is different. Once again, how do you keep that balance? Gee, I mean, you said it like it's easy, but that's hard, bro. I mean, the parties, the the premieres. I mean, you've been in so many major projects. It's easy to get caught up into that hype. I mean,
Yeah.
what is it that you do religiously that you can pass on to somebody to keep you centered from, like when we always talk about be centered, man. Before competition, you have to breathe and meditate and go in your zone and then blow it off. What do you do that you can share with people that keep you centered like that? Hope you're enjoying the show. Want to tell you about something that's dear to my heart. My book, The Warrior's Mindset Daily Devotions. Pick up your copy by hitting the link below. Remember, if your principles are negotiable, you don't have principles. Be the warrior from the inside out.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'll be honest. I mean, even though it's been a good ride, but I've had some what you call like bumpy on the road and stuff. And that kind of actually, put me in check. The second that I started thinking, oh yeah, I made it, or I'm a superstar, or that kind of mentality, something would happen that would kind of like humble me. It made me think, whoa, or you're not that, or I'm not a religious person. I believe in God, so I always like pray to God, and always ask for Him to show me signs of things, or what I'm supposed to do. I always want to like help people, so that was another thing that I always try to do, even though I'm working on these big projects. I would still go back and give to the community, and train people and help them get in shape, or martial arts, the film fighting stuff. So always giving back. You're right. It's easily to get caught, man, on the whole Hollywood thing. Yeah, like I said, I had a couple little bumps on the road, and that made me really think about life and what's important, right? Like I said earlier, is a job is a really cool job, but you can't forget what life is really about, right? Family and friends, and being happy, So, yeah, that kind of like just thinking about life would kind of like keep me, like leveled, So
And once again, your parents, but even the dojo. I mean, who you think were the most influential teachers you had that really, helped instill this sort of training and this level of greatness within you?
yeah. Well, I grew up. I came under Junri martial arts, and my instructors, yeah, Elsa Cordero, who also used to
Oh,
compete.
come on, Elsa, come on, brother.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also Arlene Lemus, these were women, first of all, very talented, and they are good people. They would help us a lot with the training. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they were tough on us, but like I said earlier, that was the good thing that we got out of it, that because it helped us in life, even when things get hard, to always push it, to believe in yourself. You can always do more, talking about the warrior mindset, yeah, they just taught us that the mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you think you can do it, you will. You think you can't do it, you won't. Kind of thing. So yeah, they brought us. They pushed us to that limit to try to break us, and we saw that we could overcome it. So yeah, thanks to Miss Cordero and Miss Lemus, they taught us that to always push.
And that legacy, brother, just to remember that legacy. Arlene, and both of them are my heroes, but Arlene coming up and seeing what she was doing in the world of karate at such a young age, man, and me being a little kid catching the bus everywhere, she said they used to call me bus boy. So eh, to meet her and have that humbleness, has she always been that humble, even when teaching?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, I think, in life, for example, right? Like, yeah, a lot of people get caught in certain things, or way, but I think most of us will really sit back and just really think about what we're doing, and I think that when you sit back and really look at the whole picture, basically, it's like I said earlier, it just hits you what's important in life, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fun what we do, the martial arts, the movie stuff, the stunts, and whatever it is. But at the end of the day, are you happy? What are you doing to help other people? And things like that. So
Yeah. And for the young ones that, the people that tune in, the younger kids and so forth, can you mention some of the projects that you had an opportunity and a blessing to be a part of?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I've been doing it for 25 years, been blessed to have been in a lot of huge projects, a lot of Marvel and DC projects like Spider-Man, Ant-Man. Right now it's out on theaters. The new Superman movie's out. Actually, yesterday, the new Naked Gun movie came out. So those are a couple of the projects. Like I said earlier, The Rundown, Pirates of the Caribbean, Agents of Shields. These are some of the projects. I got something coming up actually in the next 2 weeks. Is Right now is a pilot. It's called City of Honor, and but I'm gonna be playing the lead bad guy on this is a TV show. So finger crossed that it goes through. And yeah, be more work.
Yeah, are you back here on the East Coast, or are you still in California and traveling back and forth?
Yeah, so I was in LA, yeah, for 20 years. The last 3 years I was in Atlanta actually, because probably that Atlanta is like the new Hollywood. A lot of stuff was being filmed there. It blew up like the last 10, 12 years. So a lot of stuff been going there. I moved back more for personal stuff, man. Both of my parents just retired, and actually my dad's doing better now, but we had a little close call there in the beginning of the year with his health. So again, we're talking about the warrior mindset and what life is about. I love what I do, this movie thing, but my family is more important. So I came back to be with my parents and trying to help my dad eat better, exercise, things like that. So I'm still doing the movie thing from Virginia, but yeah, I'm more focused with my family.
Once again, brother, what a powerful example. One of the I always talk about the five pillars. We call them God, family, community, business, and legacy. You exemplify those five pillars. I mean, just in your whole conversation, and then to end with such a powerful statement about your family, the legacy of giving it back. I mean, so many young people are not taught that. I mean, I think we live in a world where it's almost like you're taught to go against those things, to be better than those things, and criticize your parents and criticize the things that, everybody go through adversity and everybody had to make certain choices and sacrifices. And I can speak of me as a kid, I didn't understand why my dad had to make certain choices and was so hard on me. But when I got older, I understood that he wasn't blessed with the opportunities that I was given, but he made it possible for me to have those opportunities. I mean, once again, for you to even be in that position and be so mature and dealing with that sort of responsibility, I mean, geez, brother, I don't even know how to put that in words. I mean, what would you say about that role that you're in now as a son to your parents?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's important, man. Like I was just saying earlier, family is important in life. You have to really think, okay, yeah, we got bills to pay. We have problems that we go through, and whatever. Everyone goes through that stuff, but you have to really think what's important, in life. What's really gonna make you happy. $1 million, a mansion, a Ferrari, yeah, those things are cool, but as a lot of people have those things and they're still not happy. So family and friends, are very important to you. So, yeah, just try to spend, time with family as much as you can. Especially, I'm getting older, so I know my parents are older, and they're probably, won't be around too long. I'm trying to make the best out of it, because like I said earlier, that's what's important, family.
Awesome, brother. What a great example. Two questions for you in closing. If a young kid or anybody wants to take that route and use stunt work or the film industry as a job to build a great life, what would you tell them, and what steps would you tell them to take?
I mean, first of all, yeah, I mean, you got to put in the time with the training, like I said earlier, you got to be passionate about it, eat it, sleep it, poop it, all that stuff that you gotta love it that much, because it's a tough business, man. A lot of people are gonna close the door on you. You just gotta keep training, keep hustling, keep networking and stuff. In the business side is more like, get your headshots done. Put a reel together. Even if it's my first stunt reel, because I never done anything, was my karate tournaments. I put just a bunch of karate tournament clips together and little homemade videos that I would do with my friends, and put in, like, it's easier now with social media, the Facebook, the Instagrams, YouTube, put it out there and start letting people know what you do, but yeah, just work hard. Don't take no for an answer. Just keep pushing. Believe in yourself.
And one of the things I always do at the end of the show, and that comes from my struggles, my adversity, when I, made mistakes and I was in a level of darkness and I just wanted somebody to tell me what to do. I didn't even know I was in darkness. And we know in the state of the world, so many people are going through things. We all got something that we going through. You got a young teenager going through something, Geo, right now, and they just want to end it all. They want to commit suicide. They like, the hell with it. I don't want it no more. I'm done. And we see the suicidal rate and the drug addiction and alcoholism and all this depression that happens with the younger generation like no other generation before. You got less than 60 seconds. What would you say to them?
Hey, the world needs you. Don't give up. I understand that the life is hard. We all go through things, but you're here for a reason. You just got to take it slow, step by step, and keep pushing forward. I understand things get hard, but like I said earlier, believe in yourself. We need you. Your family loves you. There's people that love you. Just got to keep moving forward.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. Then they want to contact you, people, the fans out there, people that heard this, they want to reach out to you, ask you questions. How do they get back in contact with you?
Yeah, I'm on the social medias, the Facebook, Geo Corvera, Instagram, Geo Corvera, or One Latin Geo. You can see a lot of my videos on YouTube, my acting work, stunt work. I also do personal training, private lessons. So you can see all that stuff on all my Facebook, Instagrams, and YouTubes.
Okay. Awesome, brother. Thank you so much. What I would love to, if you send me that YouTube so we can take some of that footage and connect it so the world can see and all this, brother. But once again, I am just honored for you to just once again be so humble to even accept the interview and come on and just share such a mature level of like family, respect, honor, and legacy back to your teachers. That's what makes you such a great young man that you are right now, brother. And if I haven't told you, I think you sense from the times we've been around that, I truly respected your talent, your skill. And my son Marco was even said that I think y'all had connected some kind of way. Brother,
Yeah, we did.
they need to make more like you, brother, because too many big-headed people out there, brother. So much love, so much love. Also, I would love to get you to come into school, maybe do something with some of the kids or something like that, brother.
Do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah. This is awesome. Again, I know it's been a while. Our schedules, are crazy and stuff. But yeah, I'm really happy. You brought me on, and I was able to share some stuff and just catch up. Yeah, man, I was hanging out with your son actually about a week or two ago, where we're actually talking about doing some projects, and we're just telling the old stories, man. It's crazy. It feels like it was yesterday, but it's been longer, you know.
Well, that's
But yeah,
that's how I feel about this interview. It just seems like we just was talking last week or something.
yeah, was
So
pretty
give me
cool.
your if you get a chance, if you inbox me your number and everything, so we can
Okay.
connect, brother, because we be doing some independent stuff as well. All right.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I'll do that.
All right. So much love and great day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good
You
one.
and blessings to your family, okay?
Thank you very much. You too.